How we doing, guys? Myself, Chris Pretty, OBE, hitting you with a quick one. Sydenham shooting in broad daylight. Now, a lot of people have been thinking that it was a shootout. It wasn't a shootout, guys. It was a 20-year-old boy. He was found with a weapon on him. He ended up shooting himself by accident. Police and paramedics was called to the scene and they pronounced him dead at the scene. And this is what I want to ask you guys a question. Like, what was he doing with that gun? What was he doing with that gun? And furthermore, this is the reason why I keep it real. Real talk, true season. Where are they getting these guns from? Border control. Where are they getting these guns from? Let's think of it on a bigger scale right now. Because obviously guns are getting shipped in right now, yeah? Because you got to remember, England don't have guns. We have armed response. Armed response, man them that are specially trained to run around on our streets with guns. Our normal police officers do not have guns. So my question again is, how did this 20-year-old boy able to have live ammunition, live rounds, live gun, and end up shooting himself? How? What's going on, border control? What's going on with you, man, down there? And this is the reason why I'm saying we need to start looking up to the top now, guys. Forget the ground level right now. Let's think about the stabbings. Let's think about the knives. Let's think about everything that's happening within our community. Is no one like looking at the top? Because it's funny how that these knives that are getting displayed and mad saws and zombie knives and all the rest of it, there's an organization and companies that are out there that are getting paid, but our kids are dying. It's funny how that the games and the Call of Duties and the warfares, they're getting money out of it, but our kids are dying. It's funny how they don't like the drill music, but they're playing it on 1Xtra, getting money out of it, but our kids are dying. It's funny how JD and every other Foot Locker and every other JD and tracksuit shop and all the rest of it, Stone Island, it's funny how they're making money, but our kids are dying. Is no one actually seeing the pattern? So let's start looking up to the top now. Forget about the ground level. You've got to remember, these are our kids. So how they're able to navigate and get guns and get knives like it's a sweep from a shop. It doesn't make any sense. But now my question I want to ask to a lot of you guys, when is it going to stop? Now I keep hearing man them talking about, oh Chris, but when you keep talking about some of these youths are not always innocent. Let's keep it real. Real talk what man's saying. Some of these kids ain't always innocent. Some of these kids have gone out there and stabbed people. Some of these kids have gone out there and shot people. Some of these kids are in country, OT. They're on the internet talking about, blah, I robbed you, whatever. You slept with someone's girl and all the rest of it. But it's funny how every time we see this person, he's always innocent with a school uniform on, talking about my son, he was a good boy, rare. No, your son wasn't a good boy. Your son stabbed people. If not, your son probably murdered someone. And this is the whole reasons why a lot of times the kids are saying to me, Chris, the young person said to me, Chris, young people are getting caught up. One, first and foremost, because everybody's clout chasing. Everybody wants to be a verbalist. Everyone wants to try and go on like they're bad. And he goes, the second thing is half of the kids that's on road is not even bad. You shouldn't even be on road anyway. You've got mummy and daddy at home. I said, yeah, real talk, big man. He goes, some of them don't even need to be there. You know, like back in the day, like let's keep it real. You know, like back in the day when your mum was a single parent, and even kind of case scenario for my life, I felt like I had to do certain things because my mum was a single parent and we didn't have no money. Mum was getting hand-me-downs. Like I said, like that mum was living rough. So I felt like I had to sell drugs. I felt like I had to do certain things. And that's what I put my mindset to. I felt like I was justifying what I was doing. And it was still wrong. But you got to tell me that you got a young kid that's got mummy and daddy at home. He's got Stone Island. He's got the best computers, latest trainers, latest phone. But you're out there selling drugs. You're out there running around with a knife. You're out there trying to go like you're bad. And this is the reason why a lot of these young kids are dying, because a lot of these young kids are part-time bad man. You're not on this thing. Stop being a part-time bad man, because there's real bad man that's going to step on you. There's real bad man that's going to really come out there that's really hungry. The streets are hungry. Like I said, anybody can play, kids. The streets are hungry. And there's guys out there that are living worse conditions than you. And this is the reasons why now young people feel like they need ammunition, feel like they need live rounds, to a point that he's shooting himself in broad daylight. Broad daylight, guys. It's standard now. Everyone gets stabbed in broad daylight. It's standard, deaths is getting standard. It's standard. I don't understand how we can't even see it anymore. But my question I want to ask you kids as well, it's going to be a big boy question, and I want to see if you guys can really resonate to hear what I'm trying to say to you. It's funny how when you lose your friend, everybody's upset, everybody's crying. You go to the funeral and you lay him down flowers. Bear man's bringing him flowers. How many of you man brought him flowers when he was living? Now I know man's not moist, man don't bring him man's flowers, rare. Listen to what I'm saying and listen to what I'm saying good. Man's saying How comes you wasn't living for him when he was living? It's funny how now everyone wants to ride out. Oh, man's got to ride out. Man trying to take my boy, man take my boy. Why ain't you living for him then? Live for him now then. Because he wasn't here when you was living for him. Live for him now. It's funny how you can go to a man's funeral and you can see about 200 and 300 and 400, 500 man them standing there ready to ball, ready to ride out. But where was you, bruv, when he was living? Where was you? Half of you lot didn't knock on his door. Half of you lot didn't check in. Half of you lot not going to check in on his mum. How long are you going to keep checking in on his mum? What, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, a year? You guys need to wake up, man. You're talking about riding out until you get put in a box or till you go prison. For what? Because you feel like you're riding out for your man and them, and now you man them are doing things like you're giving the people that have passed away, you're giving them block names. Oh, that's B's block. B's dead. The guy is dead. What do you mean that's B's block? Why don't you go and live for him? Why don't you go and make sure that you're doing something right in your life? So you know that he didn't die in vain. So you know that his life wasn't just gone for nothing. All because of a postcode or all because of an ends or man looked at man differently or man slept with my man's girl and all the rest of it. How much of times are you man are going to keep riding out or not keeping it real? So my question again to you guys is, why aren't you living for your friends when they're living? Don't ride for them when they're dead. Think about it, man.